Good morning, Modern Steaders.
Good morning.
We're up here at the off-grid property today. We got about, I want to say, around a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain yesterday and overnight. So all of the raking work that we did the other day needs to be touched back up, and then we can start seeding it and getting it ready to grow grass.
Get it ready for my deck.
Get it ready for your deck.
You said you were gonna build that first.
You want to build the deck first?
Yeah.
Okay. So we gotta get that all seeded today. Let me show you what it looks like. Want to hurry up and get it all seeded and get it ready to grow grass as soon as we get it raked, because every time it rains, it's going to keep doing that. More rocks and more sticks are going to get exposed. Right now, they're under the dirt, and every time a little bit of that dirt gets washed away or rained on, they just start popping out of the ground. So the sooner we can get the grass growing, the roots will grow up over all that stuff, and it'll hide it all and keep it all locked in place. So it's going to be a good day for it and a good week. We're supposed to have warm weather for today and tomorrow, then a little bit of rain for another day or two, and then warm again. So I'm hoping that that's going to be the perfect recipe for growing great green grass. We need a windshield wiper.
It's me.
You are, yeah. I guess an electric windshield wiper.
Or a squeegee.
Or a squeegee.
Yeah, I can't reach the middle.
This area is definitely slimy, and it'll be nice to get this raked out and grass growing here so we can get rid of the sliminess.
Go forward a little. You're on.
This gray soil is a lot slimier than the black stuff, that's for sure. I got to hook this one good on something. It's bent. This drag is going to need some repairs when we're all said and done. But we'll get on the other side, get that dragged out, get the seed down, so we can get our grass growing. We don't have to keep going back and forth over and over again. I learned that lesson when I was making a 4-acre pasture at our current homestead right now. That year, it wasn't so much just rain. Every time we got rain, we'd get like 2 inches in an hour. So I'd go out, I'd rake it, get seed down. We'd get 2 inches of rain in like an hour, wash out all my work, and I had to start all over again. So this year, with this property, I want to make sure we get it all done before we get the big rain so we can have grass growing, but we don't get everything washed out with ruts. I have a feeling it's going to pull a lot harder today than it did the other day. So let's see how it goes. Should be able to take it out of 4-wheel drive now. See how it's looking. Actually, that's looking really nice. That should be perfect to put our seed down on. That's gonna come out nice. Well, it's dragging pretty good. I'm glad we're dragging once during the muck. I think it'll actually help it out quite a bit. This should be the perfect weather to get some grass seeds down. It should stick pretty good. Oh no. There we go. Get rid of that. Whew. This might not be the best time to do this, but my motto is when the opportunity arises, you have the time and you can get it done. That's when you do something. There's never the perfect time to do anything. The stars don't always align for everything to work out, so sometimes you just gotta roll up the boot pants and get to it. It's never gonna be perfect, and that's alright. We'll make it work, we'll fix things as we go. If we gotta come out here and reseed some areas afterwards, we'll do it. But it's gonna be amazing, guys. Oh, look at this. Look at the view. Look at that. Can you see it? I don't know about you, but I can see this all grassed in. And it's gonna look beautiful. Green grass. Oh yeah. Woo. She decided she wanted to get out. She didn't want to keep going for the rodeo ride. I don't blame her. We got a couple of hillsides that are a little... So, she'd rather go out and check on some other things while I'm working those spots. It's starting to sprinkle out. It wasn't supposed to rain today, but as you can tell by the windshield, it's raining out. But that's alright. I actually feel like this soil being a little damp is going to make it even better for the grass seed. That's what I'm going to keep telling myself anyways. There. That first drag is all done. It's raining out just a little bit, but it's looking good. We'll get the grass seed spread down now, and hopefully in between doing the grass seed, it stops raining, the sun comes out, and it'll dry this out a little bit better. And then we can rake it out one more time. Just looked at my phone, and the weather app is saying we're supposed to have like another half hour of this rain. So we'll make do. Watch your tootsies. Gotta figure out what height we need this at. And I bought a 6-inch drop hitch, and that's gonna be way too low if we do that. Actually, maybe not. Maybe that'll be the right height. That looks pretty level right there. Yep. Because I was afraid if we stayed this high, like this, the cedar would be shooting at a down angle. So by doing a drop, we're level or pointed up a little bit. This cedar is supposed to have an 8-inch wide spray pattern to it, so it's wider than our drag. Our drag's about 6.5 feet wide, so this will get a wider spread. So that'll be good. We'll have to go slower. I don't think this will hold up going to like 10 miles per hour around, so I'll have to go a little bit slower. That might be a little hard for me to do because I like putting the pedal down. It's a little more fun. Maybe it's this side. So I ended up getting a pasture seed mix. We got 5% alfalfa, 5% red clover, 5% white clover, 25% fescue, 25% orchard grass, 10% timothy. We got a crop seed, an invert madder, and then 25% some other one that begins with an F duo. I'm not going to say it because I can't pronounce it. That from getting wet. Now I gotta set this. Start in the middle on a number 5 and see how we like it. So the seeder is not supposed to dump any seed until you're moving. Alright, I'm gonna try to go slow and keep it under 5 miles per hour and see how that works. Like the grass seed is coming out thick. Let's stop. I like that coverage on this side. Seems a little light over here. So going 5 miles an hour, it gets it like this. When we first started off, it's really heavy. I was going a lot slower here. So we'll put it to a number 6 and try that. It spreads good. We're all the way out here spreading. I like the coverage. Let's go to a number 6 and try that. Because I can't see the cedar behind me, so I don't know if it's tipped over or anything. I feel like it's going pretty good. The blue sky is coming. I like seeing that. To go 25 pounds per the acre, and I'm gonna say we got about 25 pounds in there. Maybe that was an acre. I don't know. That's the hard part when you're figuring out how much grass seed to put down. I think we're getting decent coverage. I like the coverage. Right there I stopped, and you can see stopping and restarting you drop a lot, but all this looks good. find out if we've got enough grass seed or not. So we're on our last bag of seed, and we're probably right now halfway through. I'll say we'll get 2/3 of the way through of what we have for seed is my guess. So I'm gonna have to do some measuring and figure out how big this side of the road is, so I'll know acreage wise, and then I'll know if I put too much seed down or not enough. I think it's the right amount, so figuring, I just think we got a lot more acreage here, which is a good problem to have than what I originally figured. We are all out. I'm gonna say we got about 1/3 left to seed still. So from like here up to those rocks, you paint like a straight line, boom, up is all done. We got from those rocks down left. So we made it pretty far. This is what the coverage of the seed looks like. I think we got good coverage. I don't think we went too heavy. Leave it in the comments down below and let me know if you think that's too much seed or not, and if that's the right amount. That's 6 acres that we just seeded. I don't know. I'll have to figure out, measure it out, and figure out exactly how big this is, because I don't feel like that's 6 acres, but it could be. I'll have to pace it out and figure it out, but I want to get some more done. So that means I'm gonna have to go get some grass seed tonight, come back tomorrow. That'll all be in the same video. We'll finish seeding it, and then we'll get it all dragged. Yes. before we head up to the off-grid property this morning and get back up there to finish seeding and raking everything else so we can get our lawn growing. We just need to make sure everything is good in the greenhouse. I opened all the sides up first thing this morning. I just shut off the water. All the plants are looking good. They're watered. The tomatoes are doing awesome. We're gonna pull out our spinach and start planting some more crops. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to continue their learning journey. I love learning, and that's why I really enjoy Skillshare. I challenge myself every month to learn something new or to brush up on an old skill. Right now, the class that I am taking on Skillshare, one of the best parts is they have an app. So if I want to be learning while I'm doing something, I can take my app out because my phone's always on me and I can learn it. Right now, the course I am taking is Filming Scene Transitions by Maddie Brown. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and Skillshare is offering for the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the video description down below, you can get a free trial of premium memberships. Thanks Skillshare, and I'll meet you guys up at the off-grid property. I got some more grass seed last night so we can finish seeding down the lower area, and then we can get it all dragged, and should be perfect timing because we're supposed to get a little bit of rain tomorrow. So if we can get all the seeded and re-dragged, I want to re-drag it so that way we can get the seed mixed up with the dirt a little bit so it has something to hold into, and then it'll rain, and then after that for a few days it's supposed to be really warm. So I'm thinking that's the right recipe to start growing grass. So fingers crossed, in less than a week we should see green up here. We've used about 2/3 of a tank of gas so far in the mule, so I figure we better fuel it up before I forget and we run out. I know it's not a gas tank, it's a kerosene tank, but it's got gasoline in it. She's all out. I think the mule is the perfect job for this. It's lightweight. I think if we would have been using a bigger tractor, we wouldn't have been able to plant the seed yesterday with it being wet and rainy. Yeesh. Gonna add some winter rye to the mix today. And then some clover and timothy. I wasn't able to get the same mix I had on the upper half overnight, so we're gonna make our own mix. We got about 150 pounds of seed. That should be more than enough to finish up today. We'll find out. We used half of the seed, and I think we're pretty close to being halfway done. So we'll be in good shape. The last of the winter ride. There's your Clover and Timothy. We got the area all seeded. Now we just need to go around and do some hand seeding here and there. There's one spot in the stitch I didn't get up on the bank because I was afraid that the cedar would tip over. So we just gotta hit that area by hand and then we can drag it. Then after that, we're gonna go up and we're gonna feed the trout and see if we can see them feeding out of the pond. It feels good to have all the grass seed down. It's gonna feel even better once we start seeing that grass grow. It's nice to have it done. I'm gonna need my hammer, I guess. That's all stoved up. I guess I drove that in the dirt a few times. I think I'm gonna have to beef up these plates. They're all bent up and stoved up. I don't think this cedar is made for pasture. I think it's made for lawn. Yeah, twisted just a little. Sitting on top so the birds can get at it and the seeds aren't covered with soil, so it's not going super deep. Let me show you. It's only going, I don't know, like maybe 1/4 of an inch, not even, just like a light dusting. That looks so good. Most of the seed is all mixed in. As long as we don't get a heavy rain, we're gonna be in good shape. Can't wait to see how quick this grass starts growing. That pond is cleared up so much. The pollen is gone, and so is all the debris on the pond. Let's see if the trout are hungry. There's a big old frog. All right, let's see if we can get any of the trout to come up and eat. It's the wrong time of the day for them. I don't think they care for the fish food. They must have plenty of natural food in the pond because they're all staying low and eating. I still see some fish food on the edges from the fish food I put in yesterday. I'm going to bring the kayaks up here and do some fishing and see how that works out for us. I know the fish is still in here. They're not dead. We haven't seen them floating anywhere, so they're just hiding good, which is a good thing. We don't want the predators to be able to eat them that easy either. I'm so glad to have all this grass seed down. It dragged back out. We're supposed to be getting some rain over the next couple of days. I hope we don't get too much rain all at once where it washes it out. In the next 7 to 21 days, this grass seed should start germinating. We're looking forward to it. I can't wait to go up there and start seeing green. We gotta do the other side, but we have a fun video coming up for you guys in the next video. We got another little surprise coming. So thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. This next one wouldn't be possible without you guys. And we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.